Welcome back. Today, let's make a rubric in Google Classroom. This is my new favorite feature. I don't know why I waited so long to try it. Hope it helps you as well. This first video is aimed at teachers creating a rubric. However, students, you might be interested to see what we do when we figure out how many points everything's worth and how we craft a rubric. From within Google Classroom, you've made your assignment. Here's one that I need to make a rubric for. And the instructions after you've created the thing, or before or during the process that students are working on it, at any point in the assignment, you can create a rubric. You go up here to your three little dots and you get to the editing screen. That lets you, again, make the title and the directions and add whatever and do the assigning and how many points it's worth and everything else. And down here at the bottom is where you create a rubric. You can reuse a rubric if you have one in another class that does what you want it to do for this assignment, or if you have several sections of the same class, create one rubric, reuse it as many times as you want to. You can also import it from Google Sheets if you made it over there, or what we're going to do today is just create it from scratch. You can decide how many criteria you have, how many points everything is worth, what the descriptors are, and any other information that you need so that students can look at that and see what's expected of them. When they get the assignment back, they can see how you graded them. And as you're looking at grading it, you can be more consistent and more efficient. The assignment I'm making a rubric for today is a set of journal slides that we've been doing for obviously 10 weeks now. The first several weeks, I graded them each by each, slide by slide, student by student. And I wanted to honor the writing attempt that everybody made, and I wanted to write about it and respond to it. And that took hours. Using a rubric, I can go through and say, okay, slide 2 was a free write. Here's a description if you want to put it in. Here's how many points it's worth. Best case scenario, that slide was 10 points. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Meets or exceeds, pretty standard rubric terminology. And you can put in the description. It looks like you wrote for 10 minutes. You covered all the ground I wanted you to cover. You answered all the questions. You can also, over here, add however many other descriptors you want to add. You have to put in how many points things are worth. So if they didn't quite meet, maybe you want to say 7, and you say approaching. And you can describe what approaching looks like. Over here, you can make it 5 points or 0 or whatever it is you want it to be. Now, I made 4. I usually go with a 3-point rubric just for my own sanity, so I can go in and take those out. Now, if you do this, and you add your next criteria and your next one, your next one, your next one, after you've got it created, as you're creating, it's going to total up how many points it is. You can sort the order of points up here however you want to. You can create as many different criteria as you want to. So I'll put in slide 5. I don't even remember what slide 5 was. I can go back and check it, obviously. How many points, what it was worth, all the different things that I want it to do. When I've got it like I want it, I'm going to go up here and click Save. And it's going to attach that over here to the assignment. When I save the assignment, that rubric goes live and my students can see it. Oh, there were 3 parts on this slide. She's expecting me to do all of these things. Here's what I've got to do. You can create a rubric in Google Classroom to go with any assignment you put out there. If it's a drawing, if it's a Google Doc, if it's a set of slides like this example, if it's a Google Sheet with criteria that you want to look for, and you can save yourself all kinds of time and communicate more effectively with your students about what it is you're expecting on those points and in that assignment. So this is how you make the rubric. The next video is from the student's view and how you can utilize it as a student to see how many points you got and how to change those. If I don't want it to be, if you didn't get 10 points on that first slide, but you didn't really get 8, it was more like a 9, you can go in and change that and do whatever it is you need to do as you're using that rubric to grade. So be sure to like and subscribe. Next video is students using a rubric.